This is ABC7 News at 5:30. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. Some drivers on the Suncoast are now finding gas prices below $2 a gallon.
Nice sight to see. And with the holiday weekend around the corner, 44 million people are expected to travel, taking advantage of those cheap prices. ABC7's Jess Dowdrick joins us live in Sarasota to tell us where drivers can find the best deals. Jess?
Good evening, Haley and Scott. When this year started, gas prices on the Suncoast were at an average of $2.40 per gallon. Now take a look at them. Here at the Sunoco station on the corner of 10th Street and North Tamiami Trail, gas is just $2.12 per gallon, and you can find it even cheaper nearby. One look at the price for a gallon of gas, and Suncoast drivers can't help but smile.
I am loving it. It's great because I'm so used to paying like $40 to fill my tank. Now I can just cut it in half and do 20.
The cheapest gas can be found in Bradenton at this speedway on 87th Street East, just off of I-75, $1.98. And in Sarasota, the cheapest gallon of gas is just a penny more, $1.99 at Costco at the Sarasota Square Mall.
I saw $2.07 and $1.97 so far.
The average in Florida is $2.16 per gallon. That's 4 cents cheaper than last year. Sue Fitzgerald with AAA Sarasota says Port Manatee is helping to keep Suncoast gas prices some of the cheapest in the state.
The supply of gas is there. There's a lot of U.S. gas coming around.
AAA estimates that 44 million people will travel this July 4th weekend, and 88% of them will be on the roads. Nationwide, gas prices sit at an average of $2.85 a gallon.
In 2015, gas prices were $2.95 nationwide.
Not a big difference in price, but when you compare gas prices now to what they were 6 years ago.
In 2011, we were seeing $3.75 a gallon.
And Gas Buddy predicts that the prices will continue to drop, as they have for most of the year so far. Some other cheap places to get gas include the BJ's on University Parkway, and then in Manatee County, both off of Manatee Avenue East, the racetrack and the 7-Eleven both have gas for $1.98 per gallon. Live in Sarasota, Jess Dowdrick, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Jess. With so many people traveling around the holiday weekend, AAA will once again be offering the tow-to-go services. AAA and Budweiser urge everyone to plan ahead if they are out celebrating. But for those who end up needing a ride, the tow-to-go service will be available this Friday through Wednesday morning. Those who call can get a free ride and a tow to a safe location within a 10-mile radius. It's available on a first-come, first-served basis. The number to call is 855-2TOW-TO-GO.
For more than 30 years, the Atlantic coast has sat relatively untouched, with no oil or gas drilling in those waters since the early 1980s. But that could soon change. ABC7's Kate Flexter joins us now to explain why. Kate?
Thanks, Scott. The Trump administration is taking steps to allow 5 energy companies to begin exploring for oil and natural gas in the Atlantic. That exploration will span from Delaware Bay to Cape Canaveral, Florida, involving a controversial process called seismic testing. Advocates say it's a great step for our economy, creating jobs and independence from foreign oil. But environmentalists say it opens the door to a possible catastrophe like the BP oil spill.
Accidents happen, that something like another devastating oil spill might occur, and that would create havoc, not only to the natural environment, but to our way of life here on the Gulf Coast.
Tonight on ABC7 News at 7, we take a look at the president's move to reopen offshore drilling in the Atlantic and what it could mean here on the Gulf Coast. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Kate. The city of Northport wants your feedback on a future boundless playground that all children can enjoy. The city plans to build this playground at the Garden of 5 Senses off of Pan American Boulevard. The boundless playground is designed for all children, including those with physical, developmental, cognitive, and sensor disabilities. Right now, the design includes slides, swings, a modified teeter-totter, and some other activities that will allow children to experience independent, self-directed play. People in the community can take an online survey now through Friday to give their opinions on this design.
Scientists, veterans, and teenagers are working together to help restore a reef in the Florida Keys. On Tuesday, members of the Combat Wounded Veteran Challenge and Scuba Nauts International Group spent the day with scientists with Mote Marine Lab. The group planted 500 nursery-grown corals near Looe Key. This is the 6th year of this unique partnership that aims to restore our marine habitat. Mote Marine recently received a $500,000 appropriation from the state to restore around 25,000 corals in the state of Florida.
Fantastic.
Grow them in a garden and then plant them in the sea. It's awesome.
It's very innovative.
Yeah.
Hopefully it works well. Now we're going to head over to Bob and get a check on our hot forecast.
Good visibility right there too. That's a great shot. Look at the Mote Marine's banner there under the water. We are looking at some showers and storms around, cooling things down. So cooling things down this afternoon. After temperatures warm to near 90 degrees, it's going to be hot, yes, for the next 3 months. So don't look for any cool down in terms of temperatures. So temperatures will be pretty much close to average at 90 degrees each and every afternoon. You can see showers were breaking out right along I-75 from University southward all the way down to Clark Road. Earlier, that activity has since moved on, although there's still a little bit of boundary there. Moving through northwest Braden, we'll see showers and storms maybe popping up here in northwest Braden near Palmetto, or I should say near Palmetto, also Palmasola, out toward Anna Maria, and a few showers there right near Parrish, but not much. The rain is rather light there. Some heavier storms down to our south near Punta Gorda and Port Charlotte at this hour. So look for some other storms to fire up near Northport and spread off toward Inglewood in the next hour or so. We'll have more on our weather forecast coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. A Manatee County woman is charged with aggravated child abuse tonight after sheriff's deputies say she burned her toddler with a hot iron. Deputies say Derby Sanon's 3-year-old son told a daycare worker yesterday that his mother had burned him. The boy had a fresh blister on the bottom of his foot. Deputies interviewed the mom. They say she told them her son had urinated in his bed and that she touched his foot with a hot iron to punish him. She said she didn't know it would cause a blister. Child protection investigators are still working this case.
It was nearly 1 year ago that a New York City tourist nearly lost his leg after stepping on a homemade explosive in Central Park. Now police are urging people to help them solve the case. Last 4th of July weekend, 18-year-old Connor Golden jumped from a rock onto a plastic bag containing the device and accidentally set off the explosion. A portion of Golden's leg had to be amputated. Today, the ATF, New York City Police Department, and Crime Stoppers announced they are offering a combined $40,000 reward to help anyone who can find the person responsible.
We all have a common goal: to keep our parks and public safe for all New Yorkers and visitors alike. We need the public's help to ensure the safety and ensure justice for the victim and his family.
The explosive has been used in terrorist attacks for decades, but officials say they don't believe the 2016 incident was terrorism. They say it's likely someone who was testing how to make an explosive.
Prosecutors were hoping to start the fraud trial of former pharmaceutical CEO Martin Shkreli today. Shkreli caused a nationwide uproar when he hiked the price of a life-saving drug called Daraprim 5,000% and refused to apologize. Now he's on trial for a different reason, but as ABC's Maggie Rulli shows us, the court is struggling to find impartial jurors.
The so-called bad boy of pharmaceuticals, Martin Shkreli, who became infamous for jacking up the price of the life-saving drug Daraprim, is now in court on securities fraud charges.
I don't really care about people hating me.
But 3 days and nearly 200 potential jurors later, his lawyers say they're struggling to put together a non-biased jury.
Martin, do you think you'll be able to get a fair trial?
Some jurors were dismissed after telling the judge they could not be impartial, even calling Shkreli the face of corporate greed. His lawyers call for a mistrial, denied by the judge. ABC's chief legal analyst says selecting a jury isn't as hard as Shkreli's attorney says.
Most people don't know who he is. The greater danger, I think, is that the people who do hate him not make comments in front of other prospective jurors.
After raising the price of the HIV and cancer drug by 5,000%, Shkreli defended the move in a 2015 interview with ABC.
I'm not a greedy person. This is a very low demand drug. The price of the product was so low, no company could afford to continue making it. The fact that we need to make a profit is a much, much better outcome than the drug being discontinued.
Now federal prosecutors accuse him of defrauding investors in 2 companies he ran, a hedge fund and a biotech firm, by running them like a Ponzi scheme.
I'm innocent and I intend to prove it.
The trial is expected to last 6 weeks, and if convicted, Shkreli faces 20 years in prison. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, New York.
Disney is now confirming that an animatronic version of President Donald Trump will have a speaking role at his Hall of Presidents attraction at Disney World. The company is pushing back against reports that Trump's figure wouldn't have a speaking part in the show, which features figures of all U.S. presidents. Disney is working closely with the White House on Trump's words, and a recording session with the president has been scheduled. The attraction was closed in January, so Trump's figure could be added. It's expected to reopen later this year with a new show.
Today, Florida Gator fans have some bragging rights about a championship title 103 years in the making.
This could do it on the ground to second. And the Gators get their first College World Series championship.
Late last night, the Gators celebrating a 6-1 victory over LSU, winning the College World Series in Omaha, Nebraska. The Gators scoring 4 runs in an 8th inning to pull away freshman Tyler Dyson, a Braden River High School graduate, limiting the Tigers to 3 hits in 6 innings. 2 other local products contributed to the championship: Venice High grads Dalton Guthrie and Mike Rivera. Florida becomes just one of 4 schools who have won championships in football, basketball, and baseball. I'm a happy Gator.
I
today.
know you are. I think that's really cool that there's all those Suncoast players on there.
Yeah, there's another player from Sarasota High. He didn't play last night, but
he's on the
part
team.
Part of the future of that program. Yeah.
Fantastic. Congrats to you and all the Gator fans out there. I know we have a lot of them.
Still to come, yeah. Still to come in your Suncoast News. Concerning data from the Center of Disease Control, which shows older people fall behind their younger counterparts.
What experts suggest doing in order to boost the immune system.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
It's a star-spangled 4th of July sales event going on now at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding. With 2.5 acres, Bacon's is Southwest Florida's largest furniture showroom. Beautiful furniture in any style, for any budget, with savings of 30, 50, even 70% off throughout the store. Celebrate your independence with extra savings on all Flex Steel furniture. Come see why Bacon's is voted the #1 place to buy furniture year after year. The 4th of July sales event going on now at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding in Port Charlotte. Nobody beats Bacon's.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School, serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
I dropped it on the floor, and he stepped on it.
No matter how you broke your smartphone, there's only one smart way to fix it: batteries plus bulbs. Schedule your repair at batteriesplus.com.
As a singer-songwriter, it's all about creating high-performance art that moves people. Same is true in making gorgeous cars. Fiat designs it. You're the artist.
Choose your palette just about any color combo inside out. No small wonder, state-of-the-art style Fiat.
Now this moves me.
Let the art of Fiat move you at Fiat of Sarasota.
Invest in Kids is a $7.5 million project to build a new Boys and Girls Club in South Manatee County. I'm Caleb Grimes, and I was a club kid. It's where I learned important life lessons: leadership, integrity, responsibility, and baseball. Thousands of kids attend the Boys and Girls Clubs, and after years of use, their club is slowly falling apart. Help us invest in kids. Make your donation today.
Thank you.
It's been about a month, and I can honestly say I've seen the change in me. I went from being a depressed girl who didn't want help to this happy, caring girl who loves helping other people. I just really hope that people that went through what I went through get the help that they need, because their story is important and they are loved. Thank you so much for everything.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
What experts suggest doing in order to boost the immune system? Well, people are pretty good at keeping their kids up to date on their vaccinations. But what about parents? New research suggests you might want to check. ABC's Janae Norman explains why.
The lollipops, the cute Band-Aids, the ones that come after the shots at the pediatricians. It's so important that our kids get vaccinated that the shots are required for school. And most adults keep themselves current with recommended boosters too. But today, new research showing that adults 65 and older aren't keeping up, a situation that could be putting their health and even their lives at risk. CDC researchers looking at nationwide data finding that while most seniors get an annual flu jab and a shot to protect against pneumonia, only about 1 in 3 get the shot that protects them against shingles, a painful recurrence of the chickenpox virus, and half of those over 65 are not up to date on their tetanus shots. Why this is important? It's older adults who tend to be hit harder by the complications associated with these diseases. So the next time you see a friend or loved one who's in their 60s or older, ask them what shots they've gotten this year. If you like, you can even offer them a lollipop or a fun Band-Aid. With this Medical Minute, I'm Janae Norman.
And now let's head over to Bob and get a check on our forecast.
Nice beach weather today for area beaches. A little bit of a west breeze. Water temperature out there now 88 degrees, so things really starting to heat up there. And it looks as though we're going to see fairly decent weather through this evening. There is a chance for a few scattered storms around, and it looks as though we will see a return to those afternoon and evening variety of storms, especially tomorrow as a result of the east to southeasterly wind flow. And the storms aren't going to move much. They'll get bumped around by these boundaries that are created by the heavy rainfall associated with the isolated storms that develop. So movement and motion of the storms will be in all different directions like we're seeing today. And you can get a look at these storms here moving off to the north and east while these are moving to the west. Showers and storms here just kind of popped up and then dissipated right where they were with some of the boundaries heading off to the northwest. So not much going on from the area beaches all the way from Rotunda northward up into Anna Maria Island and Palmasola. There's a chance you could see a shower already starting to break out there right now from these storms here. A lot of lightning just about an hour and a half ago right along I-75 near Clark up through Bee Ridge and Fruitville. There's that lone shower near Bayshore Gardens, also near Parrish. Not very intense, just a little bit of a light shower there, but it could intensify if it taps into the heat of the day. Temperatures today were into the upper 80s to low 90s, and the rainfall fell pretty quickly in just a short period of time. Nearly an inch in less than a couple of hours there, right along I-75 and Bee Ridge. Current conditions at the Sarasota-Braden Airport, we are looking at partly cloudy skies right now, and the dew point temperature at 72. So the temperature's cooled a little bit, a direct result of the rain that has been around in some areas. So cooling down a little bit here and there. The high today did manage to get above average at 92, and the normal high at 89 degrees. This morning's low was 73, a little bit below what it is, and that's because of that east wind. No rainfall officially at the airport so far for the month. There were 3.66 inches above average. Statewide temperatures into the mid-80s for the most part to upper 80s, although we still have some 90s being reported in Mayaca City, Wauchula, Avon Park, and Sebring, all in the 90s. Northport, with that rain cooled air coming in from Punta Gorda and Port Charlotte, it's cooled down to 82 there. 88 in Venice now, 82 at Cortez with that shower developing near Bayshore, and 85 now in Sarasota. The forecast tomorrow looks similar to today. We'll see a chance for showers and storms in the late afternoon and evening. Otherwise, pretty nice weather throughout the day. Wind flow will be turning back to the west in the afternoon tomorrow after we get an easterly flow overnight, which will keep things pretty cool, at least milder to start the morning off. And then with that sea breeze developing around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we'll have the chance for more showers and storms to develop later on in the day. The future cast indicating that we will see showers and storms even later this evening. You see that kind of pushing this way, so I would not be too surprised to see some 9, 10 o'clock storms around the immediate coastline. For boaters tomorrow, it looks good. Seas running 2 feet or less and a light chop on the bays and inland waters. The water temperature up to 88 degrees now and a light chop on the bays and inland waters. Tides upcoming for Sarasota Bay. Low tide will be at 12:09 and another low tide at 11:50 tomorrow morning. The forecast for tonight, scattered showers, otherwise partly cloudy, 76. And then storms ending, say, after midnight. Partly cloudy, a few more afternoon storms tomorrow, 91 your high. The extended forecast, look out for those afternoon and evening storms. Otherwise, partly cloudy, typical, and highs near 90. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. Now taking a look at Suncoast Traffic Watch. Earlier congestion along I-75 between Bee Ridge Road and Fruitville appears to be clearing up a bit, but northbound drivers are still seeing some delays.
Ford is recalling more than 400,000 vans and buses to fix cracked drive shaft couplings that can cause the vehicles to lose power. The recall covers North American vans, buses, and chassis cabs with medium, long, and extended wheelbases from 2015 to 2017. The coupling can separate from the drive shaft, causing loss of power or unintended movement while in park. It can also damage surrounding parts. The company says it's not aware of any crashes or injuries from the problem. Ford is working on a permanent fix.
A survey from Bankrate.com finds that new cars are too expensive for most Americans. A median income household today can only afford an average price new car in one of the 25 largest U.S. metropolitan areas, including San Francisco, Boston, and Minneapolis. The worst metro areas for affordability include Tampa, Orlando, Miami, and Fort Lauderdale. All those Florida cities.
Yeah, how about that?
That's not good news.
No.
Although I've been noticing I've been getting a ton of mail outs for car sales, and I don't know, maybe now's a good time to capitalize on that. I've just been getting tons of stuff, you know, from dealerships locally, so I don't know.
The next year models will be coming out
soon,
in a couple months,
right?
So got to get
Trying
rid
to
of
get rid of the old ones,
yeah. The 2017s. All right, your entertainment news is next. Stay with us.
The Alfa Romeo Quadrifoglio charmed us all and crippled the competition. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
You studied hard, went to college, and achieved your dream, but it turned into a financial nightmare. If you have federal student loans and you'd like to reduce your payments, get more time, or have your loans completely eliminated, then we have good news. With one call to Student Loan Relief Services, you can find support and guidance. We've already helped thousands of people, and we can help you too. If you have $10,000 or more in federal student loans, you can qualify for payment extensions, payment reductions, or you may qualify to have your federal student loan completely forgiven. Call Student Loan Relief Services now to find out about your options. Take control of your finances and get out from under this burden. One of our student loan experts has the answers to your questions and great solutions to ease your financial burden. We're here for you. Call Student Loan Relief Services now.
Call 800-759-0203, 800-759-0203.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee counties since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Get ready for the most hair-raising event of the summer. Belt Entertainment and the Ringling Museum present international circus superstar Bello Knock in Incredibello, a gravity-defying, laughter-inducing, super stunt performance live at the historic Oslo Theater. Don't miss out on the must-see event of the summer, Incredibello, playing June 13th through July 29th. For tickets, visit ringling.org today.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. Nearly half of all cancers can be prevented. That's right, half. Nearly 50%, mostly by making small everyday changes in your diet and controlling your weight, walking more, eating less, and eating foods that help you and your family to seriously reduce the risk of cancer. And of course, by not smoking. Visit the Cancer Prevention Together We Can website and get a free 30-day planner filled with tips, recipes, stats, and more about protecting your family. Go to prevent50.org.
Alfa Romeo got a lot right with the Giulia, but the handling alone is sufficient reason to get one. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Michael Bond, the creator of the popular children's character Paddington Bear, has died at the age of 91.
Bond's publisher HarperCollins made the announcement today on Facebook. Bond died at his home on Tuesday following a short illness. His first book about the Peruvian bear, a bear called Paddington, was published in 1958.
A raging wildfire in California destroys a ranch owned by actor Johnny Galecki. The star of The Big Bang Theory was not at the ranch at the time, which is about 200 miles outside of Los Angeles. The hill fire has scorched about 1,600 acres since it ignited Monday. It's now about 60% contained. In a statement, Galecki thanked the fire crews for all their hard work. There are no reports of any injuries.
Ed Sheeran is announcing his biggest UK and Europe stadium tour of his career to date. With 26 million albums sold worldwide, Sheeran's third studio album is the biggest selling album of the year so far. The tour will kick off in Belfast on May 8th next year, followed by shows in Manchester, Glasgow, Newcastle, London, and Cardiff. Sheeran then travels throughout Europe until mid-August. Tickets go on sale on Saturday, July 8th.
If you're going to be in Europe.
If you're going to be in Europe. Yeah, plan for that. Sometimes they start in Europe and then expand to the U.S. So maybe, and he is British, so it makes sense. But yeah.
He's been a hit maker this year.
Yes, he has. He's on fire.
We'll be right back with more news.